When the night was closing in, I was alone and so afraid. Couldn't see the light. No. Then my world began to spin. Where's the beginning and where's my omega? Had to make it right. Oh yeah. There's a moment when you know that every teardrop has to go. They be piling up inside. Inside there's a glow. Could this moment be meant to be? Lose the shadows and you'll see. Lose the shadows and be free. Black sunrise. Ain't gonna let it go. Let it go. No, there's no past, no tomorrow. You're lost in reflections. Dance with the starlight. You gotta be there. You gotta be. I want it closer. Bring me my black sunrise. You gotta be there. You gotta be there. I was trying to invade, but there were no walls to barricade. And there's no need to fight. No. I was fighting deep within, but there were no race I had to win. Now that I found the light. Oh yeah. There's a moment when you know that every teardrop has to go. They be piling up inside. Inside there's a glow. Could this moment be meant to be? Lose the shadows and you'll see. Lose the shadows and be free. Black sunrise. Ain't gonna let it go. Let it go. No. Black sunrise. There's no past, no tomorrow. You're lost in reflections. Dance with the starlight. You gotta be there. You gotta be. I want it closer. Bring me my black sunrise. You gotta be there. You gotta be When the night was closing in, I was alone and so afraid. Couldn't see the light. No.
Ladies and gentlemen, season 4 is almost underway. We are about 2 hours, something like that, away from the very first race in Bahrain for the Cone Race Academy. Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Origin Gamma, or Ash, whichever one. I've got a friend. I've got a certain someone. He's a bit of an idiot, but but hello. How are we all doing? How are we?
I'm doing good. I'm doing good. Thank you very much. Just saying a few words about myself. I am CRL Steiny 007 or Luca, whatever you prefer. It is an absolute pleasure. I am very excited to be here. And yeah, I just want to say Welcome, everyone. Welcome.
You had to emphasize
Let's
the
be here.
fact you were now CRL. You've been going
Yeah,
on about this like
I,
crazy.
I did
Um,
have to change it. I did.
uh, all right, guys. Before we start, let us know how the audio is. Is it too loud or too quiet? Just let us know. Two favorite content creators. Nathan's nice. The cuties. DeWill's flirting with us already.
Oh, yes.
We've only just
Bad voice.
30 seconds and he's already flirting with us.
Oh. Don't make us blush,
The
Will.
Hitch. He wore a short for the. Yeah, you've actually dressed for this. This isn't. Can we just emphasize? About 10 minutes before, Steiny went away, and he's literally gone and got changed in a shirt. He's generally just gone and get changed in this. He's thinking of a tie and everything as well.
A bow tie, to be precise. But I have my suit as well ready. But I was like, it's not getting too cold just yet, so let's stick with just a shirt. But
Just the shirt.
yeah, I have.
It's a good
I have
thing.
everything prepared. A good streamer always has his tea as well ready as a British.
Are we not going to talk about the fact you had muesli about an hour ago?
Yeah, let's not talk about the fact that I woke up 2 hours ago, but that is something totally different.
Yeah, people like you, honestly. Honestly.
Dress code is snazzy from Murphy in the chat. Wonderful to have you all here. 21 people already watching, guys. Thank you very much.
There's 20 of you. What are you lot doing? Haven't you got other things to do? Oh dear. We've got fan fiction, DeWill and DC. We're about to have some.
Dress code occasion. Of course, of course.
Someone look at me the way DeWill looks at DC. But yeah, I've
Wonderful.
absolutely. Well, thank you for joining us. We are here to talk about season 4. Of course, we have first race today in Bahrain with the Cone Racing Academy. We just thought we'd go through season 4. We just sit here, talk nonsense as usual. And we've got track expectations. What do we think of the current calendar? Who do we think's favourites for the championships, and also the underdogs for each tier as well. So, I think I don't know, Steiny, should we get started, or should we just talk about?
Yeah, let's get started. And I think with being on a Monday, absolute pleasure of being a commentator as well for the CRA, the academy, who is starting in Bahrain. And this is where we're going to start as well, talking about track expectations. Track expectations, many are of... I'm sorry, I just love the perfect introduction as well with the text. Absolute professional here on the first stream.
You're taking full credit for this.
No. That was your one. Well done.
Thank you.
Perfect timing. Perfect.
Thank you.
Yeah, track expectations. There are many different tracks, and it's gonna be very interesting, especially because this season we have 3 tracks which have been decided and chosen by previously season 3 winner, aka Warrior Huntsman for Academy, Sadistic King for tier 2, and Do Well for tier 1. So we have 3 very interesting tracks and totally different tracks coming from a very fast track from France, which has been selected from Warrior Huntsman. So we will go to France.
Steiny's secretly cursing under his breath. He hates this track with a burning passion.
I absolutely don't like this track because I find it a bit boring to overtake. It's just a straight. Otherwise, side-by-side action is not that often seen in France. But
Yeah.
it's just a personal opinion. Some other people have it as a favorite.
There is a few tracks that have that kind of DRS train. Obviously, we've got France, but we've got also tracks like Spain, Hungary, that have all got that, and it requires that little bit of patience to go into it. At the same time, we've then got other tracks like Monza, which is a little bit less than that. It's a bit more overtaking for sure. Nathan likes France, by the way, so he's happy.
He's very happy. He will look forward for the race then.
But out of the calendar then, Steiny,
Yeah.
which track are you thinking will be the one that produces the best action? Which are we gonna which one will give that?
It depends all. It depends on what kind of action you would like to see. If you want to have very, very close qualifying and I don't know, kind of not the most overtakes you see in the race itself, then you can go for tracks like Singapore, Monaco, Japan, and yeah, maybe those three tracks. It's very hard to overtake on those tracks. But other than that, if you want to go for amazing racing where every single driver is just sweating the hell out of the track on TT, then definitely Britain is always the number one, and there's a reason why we have Britain as the very last race this season. Very excited to see.
Yeah, and especially which was different because obviously last season we started with Britain and this time we're
Yeah.
ending with it. The other big one that's interesting, and this brings us on to the other two championship picks. Sadistic King picked Monaco, and Monaco is on the calendar, but it's the penultimate race, which is interesting. You don't really see Monaco as the final one. How does that affect the championship? Because if we've got a championship battle that goes right towards the penultimate race, how scary is Monaco?
Very scary. And I've just we can show the calendar as well here on the screen if we just do a quick, very smooth transition. And
Emphasis on smooth. Again,
that was
eventually.
very smooth. Wonderful. Yeah, it is. It's starting very interesting here in Bahrain. A track which it's not my personal favorite, but as you were talking about, it gets very interesting even from the middle with Austria and Spain we were talking about earlier, and in France like favorite tracks from Nathan, for example, and then finishing up the season with Monaco and British Grand Prix. Just imagine having to perform on those two tracks is absolutely exciting to go there, and I really can't wait to see exciting and important battles on those two tracks. I'm very excited.
Means more content for us, more work for us to do.
More content, definitely.
Nathan isn't paying us enough for this.
I agree.
There is another two interesting tracks that I wanted to point out. We've got two street tracks back to back, Baku and Singapore. Very long tracks together. I suppose you could also put Belgium in there. Belgium's another 3 races there.
Yes.
Yeah, very long tracks, street tracks, which are rather interesting. Mainly because they're not obviously the most prevalent for overtaking, but they're long, they're punishing, much like Monaco. It's like Monaco on steroids, isn't it? Those kind of things. But they could obviously make a massive difference at the start with qualifying. Okay, cool, brilliant. So that's our calendar. I'm excited to see Bahrain to start off with. I agree with you. I'm not the biggest fan of it, and that's mainly because I can't make a good setup on that track. I put too little downforce on there, and then I wonder why I struggle in the corners. So,
I agree.
and it's a good one for sure. So that brings us on to our next point. Driver championship predictions. I mean, there is a couple of drivers that are certain favourites in each tiers. We're not looking at DeWill here.
Yeah. He's number one.
I suppose we'll start with on that note. Let's go down. We'll start with the academy. I mean, who are we thinking then for the academy? Who do we think's in that championship battle?
So for academy, it is going to be very interesting to see how everyone is performing, just because the grid is almost, if not split in half, from newcomers who just joined the league as well now for season 4. It's going to be very interesting, but I do have a very, very strong belief that BX37 Pro, or AKA Ben, if I'm not mistaken, will be a very, very important driver to look out for. He has performed really well last season, and it was very, very close as well on the top. But he's a person who is very, very consistent as well, which is very important in during a championship.
Yeah,
So I go for Ben.
I agree with that. I think he's a very obvious and very safe pick for a championship fight. We saw it last season. He obviously finished runner up in the championship, if I remember correctly. And I did agree as a favourite. Who do you think is going to challenge him then? Who's getting that runner up?
The runner-up, that's gonna be. I will have to go here with my mate, Mr. Murphy. I know
Murphy.
he has been struggling a little bit during the last season, but I think he's one of those aces you just want to have in the back of your pocket and then just pull it out. And I think Murphy, this is gonna be your season, your chance to shine.
All right, Steiny's called it. If Murphy, your season goes to topsy turvy, you can blame Steiny for it. It's all his fault. Um,
Commentator curse.
Yeah.
I'll take it.
I'm gonna go Piero. I think Piero is generally very quick. I've watched him last season. Just generally very good, very good overtaker. So I generally quite like to watch him, and I think he could definitely be up there if he can get a consistent season. All right then, that moves us up to tier 3. Before the lockdown jokes come in.
Graphic is up as well.
Oh, we got the graphic up?
The graphic is all ready.
Oh, look at that. We're not. That's the whole. All right, we get
It's
there
all
eventually.
Steiny's fault from Daniel in the chat. All right, I'll take it. I'll take it.
Everything's Steiny's fault these days, to be honest.
Yeah.
So. Okay, so tier 3. We've got some graduates from Academy. Obviously, tier 3 is the new tier for this. I can't say tiers without thinking of lockdown. It's depressing. We have new tier. We've got some new some graduates. We've got some newcomers.
Yeah. What do you think? What's your feeling?
There's-
Like
there's-
tier 3.
This I generally am excited for because it looks very competitive. Like if you generally look at the whole field, you could generally
It's going to be very similar to the Formula 1 season that we will, I'm pretty sure, see in this year in real life. Like, there's so many fast drivers on the track, and there will be many, many battles in the midfield from very competitive drivers. So I would be definitely looking forward to watch back the streams.
Yeah. I've got my pick for my hot
What is
take.
your pick?
I've gone Kogatas.
Kogatas. Yeah.
He was phenomenally quick in Academy last season, and I generally think he is on. I think I don't know what to say besides that he's quick. I think that's usually
Yeah.
Like we've got notes of our picks, and literally every reason I've got is they're quick. That's literally it. That's all I've got. There's no logic behind it. It's just they're quick.
I totally agree with you. I have Kogatas as well here on my notepad, and I think the most outstanding note that I have here for myself is that Kogatas was very good in different strats. I've seen him a lot just staying out for a long, long time on medium tires or was mainly just medium tires staying out and then going for late pit and then changing on soft tires, for example, as a strategy. But he was always looking for a different way of coming towards to the very front of the field, and it was working out for him very well. So strategy-wise, Kogatas is far on the top. But I have to say it. We have the Academy winner warrior Huntsman as well in tier 3.
Absolutely.
Obviously, another contender for the pole position. He has the driver championship. He's very consistent. He has been very consistent over this third season, and I'm very curious to see and excited to see as well if and how he can transfer all his experience that he gained so far in season 3 and maybe duplicate it in season 4.
Yeah.
But we'll never know. We'll
Yeah.
never know.
It's a big transition when you go from, obviously, you move up a tier. But Huntsman, I definitely think will be in there. Who else? I'll give underdog picks. Tomo Tip Top and Kieran are another two interesting ones. They're I don't want to keep saying they're quick. They're all quick, but
Yeah.
they have their race pace is certainly something that I quite enjoy seeing. What was it? Was it? I'm trying to remember which track it was. I think Kieran in Russia last season. I could be completely wrong with that, but I remember there was one race.
To be fair, there was a lot what happened as well in so many races. It is very hard to remember from all races.
I'm not gonna lie. I can barely remember last week these days. Let alone. That's what happens when you get old.
Yeah, man, you're very old.
That's just unacceptable. I need a new content assistant. You want an unpaid internship? How dare you?
Application open.
Speaking of that, Nathan's put, sometimes it's not about being quick, it's about being consistent. Cough, Ferg. Oof.
Oh, that is a big progress in the chat. That is shots were fired there from Nathan, as Duel was saying. As well, Murphy was as well here in.
Didn't Nathan spin it? Didn't Nathan lose a race in Belgium because he spun?
Yes.
Pew pew.
Your pew's coming back.
It's alright, Ferg, I got you, buddy.
Ferg, brother.
I got
my
you.
previous teammate. I can't just leave you here.
We got you. We got you.
You got your back.
No, it's all good fun here. It's all good. Okay.
Talk about and not only about the number one, the championship contender and the runner-up, but from all the people who joined CRL for season 4, Mr. Gamma himself, who do you think will be an underdog?
That's the thing. That's the difficult part, isn't it? Because, well,
yeah.
The thing is, unless you've raced them previously, you never know, do you? For tier 3, and I'm only purely judging this off the pace test, No Fandangle. I can say it properly, right? No Fandangle, yeah. Look good, I must say. Interesting one, yeah. So, but it's very difficult. I'm not very good at predicting newcomers because you never know. They could be like super quick out the gates. So, that's the mystery. That's the thing, really.
I agree. I totally agree as well with Danger, Dangle, or however you want to pronounce the name. I think we are so bad in pronouncing the name.
No, don't let us do that.
Yeah, let's just skip this part.
Yes.
Yes.
But we've got tier 2 next. That's the next one on
yes,
queue.
we do indeed.
Another very good grid. We've got, obviously, again, people had a couple of downgraders, myself included. I'm reserve. We've got DC dropped down. We've got Godly Noob dropped down. Strauss has dropped down, but it still looks like a very competitive tier 2. If that works, I'll get this right eventually. There we go.
Yeah, you'll get there. No worries. It's the first time, so I'll let you off this time.
Listen. I'm trying my best here.
Oh my god, I think the shot's gonna be fired towards me after the stream as soon as we hit the stop stream button.
That's fine.
But at the meantime, I'm protected by being live. So tier two. Very, very promising. We have, of course, Sadistic King as well in the tier 2 grid, who has won the the Tier 2 last time.
He
So,
did.
will he be able to take the championship again? Is it for consistency, or will maybe one of the two new driver take it? Or who do you think will be on the top?
Do you know what? I'm putting a hot take here. I've seen DeWill's comment. I agree with him. My hot money is on DC. I think he'll be good. We had a race in F2 a while ago in Bahrain, and when he's leading a race, he's phenomenal. Like, he's got such consistent pace. I actually am putting a hot take. I think he'll be in the championship fight. Commentator's curse. I might screw over DC after saying that, but you know what? I have confidence in him. I actually think he'll be good. I'm 100% confident in him.
Wonderful, wonderful. Yeah, it sounds. I totally agree with you. He's definitely has a good potential for reaching top positions here. I also want to mention Mr. Dragon on Speed, who is also in the chat, my friend.
He's he's tier 2 strongest grid IMO.
Yeah.
I can't detect if there's bias in that, but another very strong driver actually.
Yeah, I just want to mention, as far as I've seen, he joined last season in race number 6 and was able to finish at the end of the championship on P10, which is a great result, Drang. So hopefully you will be able to take the nice little start down the hill like a snowball effect, and then just carry on to season number 4.
You have a way with words, I must say.
I'm just trying to talk. I'm just talking about words I can't find, so...
It's fine. There's a couple of individuals. Jamie Robertson and DC have pointed out VMarks, another new driver for Tier 2. Quick.
VMark.
VMarks, yeah.
Definitely.
Look quick in pace test. I think he was in there with Tier 1 at a point.
Yeah.
He's another one to consider for sure.
100%, I totally agree. And as well as we lovely just jumped to the newcomers on the previous tier, I just gonna mess up the plan that we originally have entirely, and just go to the newcomers and underdogs. And who is actually my underdog? It is V Mark. So I do absolutely agree with Jamie Robertson in the chat as well, that V Mark has a good potential. Being an underdog, being championship contender, maybe. Crossed.
Absolutely. And then, alright, so that's Tier 2. And then comes the big boys.
The big boys, Tier 1.
And,
1.
one day it will work. One day. So, 5 new drivers. 15 are returning. I think there's a very obvious one that we have to talk about. That's the double defending champion, Mr. Doowell.
Yes. Yeah, definitely him. I would say there's it's hard to say anything against him. I think all we can do is just...
What do you mean we? You're on your own on this one. I don't race anymore.
To be fair, yeah, that's a fair point. I have to say that it is really, really competitive at the front with Mr. Doowell. Absolutely very consistent. He obviously has his, well, not obviously, surprisingly, actually has his few tracks as well where he's slightly lagging on pace, where we, all the others in Tier 1, have a good chance of reaching some points. But Doowell, the absolute number 1 for taking the next W for season 4 as well.
God, he's got a lot of accolades. All right, DeWill, 16-time CRL race winner, 2-time CRL champion, driver of the season, most consistent driver, most fair play, move of the season. I can't read. Stormborn of the house. Oh, forget this. I can't read.
Oh god.
Sorry, DeWill. We know who you are. Breaker of chains and father of dragon on speed. I didn't know that. That's a dish. I'm learning something new every
Very.
day. But going back to your point, one of the things that makes De Will very good is consistency. We've seen that, in races where he's, not always been the quickest, but he makes up for it is consistency. I mean, he got no penalties. I don't think at all that season. I don't think he got one last season either.
Good question, actually.
Yeah. So,
I've never met him on track, I think.
no, neither have I. I think.
But,
Yeah, we had one encounter in China and he just bolted past me, and that's
just
the
like
only
that was just a quick drive-through.
yeah. That's the closest I've ever got to racing him. But there is a lot of very interesting individuals that could challenge him. Of course, the one of them is Ferg,
Yes.
the runner-up last time. Game quick. I hate having to use the word quick because that's all I can say about people.
Well, to be fair, he is the first and foremost. He is Mr. Saturday himself. Like, his qualifying is working very well. It's going very well for him, and hopefully he will be able to take this into season number 4 as well. So we have a Mr. Saturday in real life, aka Russell, and we have a Mr. Saturday as well in Cone,
Easy,
aka Mr. Ferg.
easy peasy.
It was an absolute honor to be a teammate from him until he betrayed me for season 4. So I'm just gonna continue and going with Harvey as my new teammate, and then see if I can fight back.
Well, speaking of Harvey, that's another interesting individual to talk about. Did start the last season leading the championship, and didn't recover from there. But yeah, Harvey's another. I didn't mean to say I did. But Harvey's another interesting one, isn't he? Because
Yeah, he is.
I think generally he's another contender.
Yeah.
Let's put another one in. And I'm not doing this because they're the head admins, and I want to be on their good side. Nathan and AJ. We believe, I think, and Nathan can confirm this. He's got he's turned ABS off this season.
Yes.
Yeah.
A very challenging decision, and especially during the race a couple of times where you like to forget that you actually have ABS now off. But big respect there to him, and hopefully it will go out in season 4 as well. Maybe a bit better than last season, but definitely 2 people on the list as well for high points.
Absolutely. And of course there's others as well. Inemo is obviously in there. One in Belgium last season, sorry. Indian G's as well. I think Brazil is I think nothing needs to be said on Brazil. Just pure genius. But we have also got 5 newcomers, and it's worth talking about them.
Yes.
One of the individuals I'm interested in is Adam Dixon, newcomer. Again, pace test, solid performance. He could hang with the top times. I
agree. Actually, I have surprisingly the exact same name as well here for tier number 1. Adam has always been racing at the front. We had some crazy battles as well on the field. I've done the trial racing as well with him, as far as I can remember. And since then, I really enjoyed all the battles. And I have to say, Adam, it's looking promising for you. And if you can get it down into season 4, it's just about consistency, and we'll see who can put it down to being maybe a bit more cautious in lap 1, turn 1, always the most exciting part of the race. Usually, exception are always there as well. But yeah, Adam Dixon, my underdog for tier 1 as well.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm excited. I'm not gonna lie, I'm excited. this
Yeah,
season. I
definitely.
like the fact I'm not racing because I can watch all this now.
Yeah, you can
Um,
sit back, have a nice tea, sit on your couch and watch the
oh,
races.
I can't drink tea. Tea's too weak for me. Um,
Yeah.
but, but Harvey has put another one. What about Steiny for title contentions? Are we
Me?
should we, all right, Steiny? We have to talk about you. Are you in title contentions?
In title contentions. So what I did say already, I think AJ didn't publish it just yet, but we still have 16 viewers. So you are gonna be all, how do you say? So I will just say it all in front of you all. If I get at the end of the season under the top 5 of the driver championship points, I will do a 24-hour stream. So just put it out there. What I'll do exactly is still open, but yes, if I get into top 5 in the driver championship, I'll do a long stream. That said, it is very hard to do a prediction here. I'm quick enough, maybe. I really enjoy battling. Maybe not consistent enough to gain the points over the season. We have a long season as well. We have tricky tracks as well. Monaco,
Monaco's
and
easier, isn't it?
yeah, but not if you have a duel who does 107 in time trail and is on top 100, which I checked 2 days ago, from everyone, from 144,000 people on the PlayStation 4. So it is all about qualifying, and to beat duel in qualifying,
I mean, they could all crash.
they can, yeah.
You never know. It just takes
You
one little
never know.
mistake.
But yeah, I
Yeah,
appreciate that one though.
yeah. They're all there. DeWill's offering everyone let Steiny past.
Oh, that would be it. I think you just want to see the 24-hour stream.
It's also an opportunity to plug your channel as well. He's been going on ever since he got affiliate status. He's been bragging it to me of my 35 followers.
Oh, yeah.
Oh.
Do you want to see how many I have again? Or do
No,
you...
no, we don't need to do that.
Okay, no, I should do it after the stream.
after the stream. No, I'm going to sleep after this stream.
Oh, yeah.
Um,
Your napping time is weird as well.
Oh no, I'm a strange one.
You give me a toe. Man, Harvey, that would be a good idea. It's really good that I have you as a teammate today, so we could actually make it happen if you do.
Well, this
some good
McLaren.
plan.
That is the
Maybe.
McLaren strat usually. They do like to give toes to each other, so
True.
good.
True.
Good teammates working together. Well, that's the big things out of the way. Let's talk about the race then in about an hour or so's time. We've got Bahrain coming up. What are we expecting? What are you looking forward to seeing? You're commentating.
Yes, I am indeed, and I have the pleasure of commentating, to be a co-commentator next to Pheasant, Mr. Or AKA Danny. It has been a very fun season of commentating with him last season, and I'm definitely looking forward to have again for the first time now in season 4 to say lights off and away we go. But talking about Bahrain, it is very difficult for me to enjoy racing on Bahrain. But watching Bahrain is always fun. So I will be looking forward to see the very first race of a new grid, many new driver, many potential underdogs, and the first race is always going to be the tryout race. No one is really too sure how the others are driving, how careful they are. We have had some races where we had two or even maybe 3 safety cars, or at least virtual safety cars. So I will be looking forward to that one. Maybe predicting 1 safety car at least, and making things interesting. But yeah, the beginning of the race is going to be exciting, I would say.
We know tyre management will be tough. We know if you start on softs, likelihood is you're going to be on the 2-stop, or You're going to be on some very worn hards at the end. I'm excited. I'm looking forward to it. I'm going to try to stay awake for it, even though
Maybe do a quick power nap of 20 minutes and then continue.
Oh, I can't do power naps. As soon as I go to sleep, it's over. Like I'm in there for like 8 hours or so. There's no such thing as naps in my world. But then I think that's all.
Yeah.
That's all it is from us.
Yeah.
40 minutes goes by quick.
That was our first thought. Guys, thank you very much for staying as well here in the chat. Thank you very much. We reached the top. I think it was 23 viewers, 24. I think it has been a lot of fun. And other than that, there's nothing on our list so far. You have, yeah?
Yes. So for those of you who are racing today, if you haven't seen the Discord message yesterday, we've got some new content that we would like to produce. If you do manage to take pole position in any of the races this week, please clip them and send them across. Either through Twitch, YouTube, or Twitter. And same with any overtakes. Any good overtakes, just clip them, send them our way, and we'll look into them. We do encourage people to do that, and also make sure to use Twitch, YouTube, or Twitter to do that, because I can't guarantee I can get them off or download them. So. But yeah, I think that's all from us. I think there'll be people that will want to practice. I would like to catch up on sleep and probably eat, because I've not done either of those today. But yeah, no, thank
Wonderful.
you guys. Thank you guys for coming around. If let us know if you want us to do this more often. This could be some kind of thing. We just sit down for 40 minutes.
Just sitting down maybe for an hour, starting to talk about expectations, and maybe going towards a podcast kind of stream. Just for an hour. We'll see. It's just the first step. We've seen the comments already here from Panda and from Dragon in the chat. So much appreciate as well. Panda saying, loved it. Well done, lads. Good luck to all Academy drivers tonight. And Dragon was appreciating you, Gamma, and myself as well. Nice preview. So thank you very much, guys, as well from Harvey. Guys, that is going to be it from us. And other than that, I will be looking forward to see every single driver on the track, watching or racing and battling side by side. Can't wait, especially Ferg. I
feel like there's some sort of grudge here going on with you. If you knock Ferg out of the first corner, I'm not going to be surprised now. But yeah, I think that is it. That is it from us. We will keep the content coming along eventually.
Get some interviews.
Interviews could be a good idea. Right then. Well, I will leave you guys to prepare. I'm probably gonna eat and sleep. Steiny needs to warm up his vocals.
Yeah.
You gonna sing for us before we head off?
Hell no, not yet.
If we get, I've got an idea. If we get CRL, if we get the Cone Racing League to 200 subs, will you sing for us?
200 subs.
200 subs by the end of the season.
We have 141 already, so it's 60 to go.
Yeah, exactly.
Singing. Can I just do music in general?
Yeah. Can you do the F1? He's serenaded us. I got a private serenation of his musical talents.
I do have my little guitar there ready already. So I can do some practice, and if we reach 200 subscribers on YouTube, I will do a small something musical about Formula 1.
He'll do an ASMR video.
An ASMR.
Well then, we will head off because we're going to just talk about nonsense for the rest of the time.